So Sean Hannity is, he's always been one of the saddest political pundits, in my opinion, because it's always been so clear that he's a hack. Like, he doesn't even bother to try to cover his trails and make somewhat consistent arguments. He'll just contradict himself and just bulldoze through it and act like he didn't do it. And then when he gets called out, it's radio silence, and he just keeps moving forward as if he didn't do it and as if he's a serious person. So I don't know if he really believes everything he says. Maybe he doesn't, but maybe he does and he just doesn't care about the hypocrisy. But whatever it is, he just strikes me as a genuinely pathetic human being. And he's terrible at his job. And the only people he's convincing are people at senior citizen centers across the country who are just so partisan that it's dripping from their eyeballs. But take a look at this. This is from the Washington Post, and this is hilarious. Sean Hannity in 2007, quote, "It's called the Stop Snitching campaign and is taking urban communities by storm." Sean Hannity in 2018, quote, "Don't talk to the FBI." So why? Why is he talking about that now? It's very simple. People in Trump's inner circle are talking to law enforcement now. They're talking to Mueller, and they're talking to the FBI, and they're letting him know the kind of criminal conspiracies they were involved in, the sketchy business deals that are potentially illegal and corrupt. And so they're blowing the whistle on all this stuff, and they're talking about it, and one of them is Sean Hannity's lawyer, who I think also talked. And so Sean Hannity's in the middle of all this. He's like, oh shit, what do? I'll do a show where I say, don't ever talk to law enforcement. Don't talk to the FBI. Hey, dipshit, whenever it's people in black communities or whenever it's anybody you don't like, you would say the opposite and say, how dare you not respect law enforcement, good sir? Law enforcement's trying to keep this country safe. And you don't respect law enforcement. I think Blue Lives Matter. He's done Blue Lives Matter segments before. So he loves law enforcement until they come after him and his buddies and say, ah! But you know what? This reminded me of, I had to do it for you guys because it's just the perfect excuse. Any excuse I can get to play this video for you, I do, because it is just so, it tells you everything you need to know about Sean Hannity. If you think this hypocrisy is bad, and it's bad, Sean Hannity on NSA spying might be just the biggest piece of hypocrisy I've ever seen from any pundit ever. Back when it was George W. Bush, oh my God, we need the NSA spying because bad guys are bad and we got to stop the terrorists. Now, and then when it was Obama, oh my God, this is a violation of your protection from unreasonable search and seizure. It takes away your right to privacy, and it's terrible that the NSA is spying on you. Take a look, and then we'll talk about it.
We know that you're against the NSA data mining. We know that you're against the NSA surveillance program. So the question is, where does the Democratic Party, what will you do if you're elected to power to make our country safer in the war on terror? Specifically, what will your party support? Your party brags about killing the Patriot Act. You don't want the NSA surveillance. You don't want data mining. We have Pat Leahy saying that he doesn't want a NSA surveillance program.
Nancy Pelosi, the woman who'd love to be speaker, she's against the NSA surveillance program.
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned that, and you mentioned the very specific things, the Patriot Act, the NSA surveillance program.
The party that's weak on national defense, that doesn't want the Patriot Act, the NSA program, the data mining program.
Is it right to say that, for example, on issues involving national security, be it the NSA surveillance program, the data mining program, the Patriot Act, Guantanamo Bay, that Democrats are weak on issues involving national security?
When our techniques are working. We've got the NSA program here. We've got the Patriot Act program here. You know, in light of this, how close this was, it's staggering to me that we're even debating the use of these techniques in this country, even at this time. Big Brother is monitoring your every move, whether it be online or on the telephone. Let's talk about why this story, why is this important to you? Number one, this is America, and as law-abiding American citizens, you have a right to privacy. Number two, these actions by the Obama administration are a clear, very clear violation of the Fourth Amendment, which prohibits unreasonable search and seizure. Number three, the Constitution. It is our rule of law. If we do not respect and honor the Constitution, then anarchy and tyranny, well, they'll follow.
I love that clip with every fiber of my being because it just shows you, man, it's all about partisanship. It's all about tribalism. He's on Team Republican. So whatever the Republicans are doing now, that's what I support. And now it's not just Team Republican. He's graduated to Team Trump. So whatever Trump does is right by definition because I love Trump. So back when Trump was campaigning and he said, we got to get out of Afghanistan. Afghanistan is stupid to be there and we're wasting our money and our time and what are we doing? Hannity was like, yeah, that's great. And then now that Trump's in power and he said, actually, we're going to keep troops in Afghanistan. Hannity's like, that's great too. I like whatever you do because you're Trump. You're great. So he's a child. He's not like, it baffles me that anybody can be involved in politics and not be married more to issues than people or parties. Like everything I'm doing here is about issues. Like I care about policies and implementing these policies because I think they'll improve the country and improve everybody's life. And they just make sense. They're the most logical policies. But I care about that. So there's no, like, I'm not going to put a person or a party above the actual issues. But his whole thing is like, he's like a sellout on top of a sellout on top of a sellout. Sellout within a sellout. I mean, the Republicans are right no matter what, even if they contradict themselves. Trump is right no matter what, even if he contradicts himself. So what do you really believe? You don't believe anything. You believe in nothing, Sean. You're a sad little boy, and you're a blip on the radar when it comes to political commentary, even though you've been on TV for years, for decades. But you're a joke. And anybody who gives a shit about actual issues can see right through you.